We are less than 72 hours away from King Charles and Queen Camilla touching down in Australia for their highly anticipated royal tour. Despite it being the monarch's 17th visit to this country, it's his first one as head of state and his most significant overseas trip since being diagnosed with cancer.
The itinerary flaunts a fast-paced 5-day trip across Sydney and Canberra, highlighting people, places and causes close to their Majesty's hearts. Covering the grand event is ITV's royal editor Chris Shipp, and joins us in the flesh. Great to have you with us.
Actually here, so it's nice to see you in person. You get up this time every day?
No.
Apparently, yeah. I mean, it's nice and easy for you in the UK because it's in the afternoon.
It's evening time, but yeah, it's nice to be here.
This trip,
Yeah.
You've done these before. This feels a little bit different, doesn't it?
Yeah, it feels different for a number of reasons, partly essentially because of his cancer. He's not, very well at the moment. He's still being treated, and he's got to squeeze in Australia and this trip to the Commonwealth Summit in Samoa and have treatment before he goes and then some more when he gets back. So hence why the visit here is a little bit shorter and the days are a little bit less intense, because we all know he likes to work, this guy. He likes to work from, 7 in the morning till midnight, but not on this trip. He's under doctor's orders.
A bit has been made about the premiers not seeing him, doing other stuff. How's that going down in the UK, and how would it be going down with him?
I think that's a bit tricky, this one, because look, I spoke to the Premier's office in New South Wales yesterday, and they said, look, he's already seeing him on Friday when he gets here, on Sunday when he's in Sydney, and on Tuesday in Sydney. So you can kind of see why he might not have time to go to Canberra with the King on Monday. I mean, I think there are other premiers who've got elections going on, so look, everyone's got their reason, but it's all 6 of them not to go. It does feel like they're making a bit of a point, doesn't it?
Restrictions on His Majesty with his cancer diagnosis, and also he's travelling with some doctors as well. But what about the general public? I mean, how close will we be able to get to him?
Look, he always has doctors with him, even when he's not going under cancer treatment. So he's got doctors, and I read an article in the newspaper, he's bringing his blood with him. Yeah. That kind of happens all the time, so, that's quite normal. He is, after all, the head of state. Look, I think when it comes to people, they'll be up close and personal. They're very different to the late Queen Elizabeth, who used to arrive and not kind of go down the line and be touchy-feely in the same way. King Charles and Queen Camilla, they like to meet people. They'll be right in there, and you see people sometimes reach out and give them a big hug. So I think, especially around Sydney Opera House on Tuesday, and again around Parliament buildings in Canberra on Monday, that's probably the best time.
Do they genuinely see how he is and then decide whether he goes to Everest, or would that all be worked out? They just haven't told us yet.
In terms of each day?
You know how the Everest, the big race day, there's speculation whether he'll go because that's the day after he arrives. Would they be actually seeing how he travels because of his cancer?
My view would be that they've given him... So he arrives Friday night here, and there'll be a little welcome for him. Saturday, they've given it to the couple to have a day off to try and acclimatise to the time zone. I've just done it in the last 24 hours. It's quite difficult. I mean, I would have thought... because he hasn't got that many days here in any case, I just would have thought, would he go on a private visit when if he was well enough to work, he could have done a lot of other things in that time. So, on balance, I reckon probably not go. But I've seen the speculation that he might, and we do know how much he loves horses.
Chris, great to have you in the studio. Pop by again while you're here.
Well, I'll pop in if you have me.
Please do.
The coffee's
Thanks,
good.
mate. Appreciate it.